Hello, everyone, and welcome to the third Anime Podcast revived. So you can just sit back and relax and enjoy the conversation of this week's question of the week. And if you want, you can put some nice music in the background. I recommend today this one. Make you feel positive and peaceful lo-fi coffee on the lo-fi coffee channel. Something like this in the background would be nice. The reason I'm not playing something is because copyright-free music usually is not the best. And this way, you can put your own music in the background and it won't conflict with whatever I would have been playing. In the live chat today, we have Booty, Walid, Espada, Modru, Shoru, Dark Shadow, Tiago, and I'm not sure who else might be lurking, but welcome everyone. I thought you were going to recommend You Are Welcome song. No, if you listen to Maui sing What Can I Say Except You're Welcome, you're definitely not going to be listening to the podcast. You are going to be singing along. So I wouldn't recommend that. But okay, let me just read the question of the week. And we can get it started. So this week I asked everyone on the Discord server, I want to hear all about your spring 2026 plans. What will you be watching? Like all the shows that you have on your planning list. There are some people like Tiago that literally have like up to 20, and Modru, up to 20 or more shows sometimes. It's crazy. And my ideal is being able to watch 4 new shows each season, but 6 would be greater. But sometimes I manage only 3. But I think 4 or more would be possible in the future for sure. So I asked, which show are you most excited for and why? This includes movies coming out. Also, if you are choosing not to continue something, like if season 2 is coming out but you decided to drop it after season 1, I also want to hear about that kind of thing. So obviously, people in the Discord already gave me their answers and I'm going to be reading through that. And at the end of the video, I'll be talking a bit more about what I'm planning to watch. But feel free if you're watching this back later or listening. Make sure, put in the comments. Your comments are still welcome. I want to also hear your answer to the topic. So let's start with London Choco Roll that said, I am most excited for Liar Game because I read that a long time ago and I'm so glad to see that it's finally being adapted. So I think I am going to end up taking notes. I was thinking maybe I can remember in my head what's going to be the most watched, but then I forgot about the fact that I have a terrible memory. So I'm just going to write some of these down. Liar Game. We have one person interested in Liar Game. And at the end of the video, I am going to go to the Annie chart and check synopsises and talk about which promo visual stands out to me the most and what I'll be watching and why. Diu said, I'm gonna watch Liar Game because I like the manga, but I don't think it will make a good anime. The visuals don't matter, but it's kind of a novel. Madhouse is good, so I'm curious. Also, I will continue ReZero. So we have another +1 for Liar Game and ReZero continued. What season of ReZero are we on? Do you guys remember? Dark Shadow, don't even. Modru says, I am most excited for Slime to come back and also Dr. Stone. I'm glad to have One Piece coming back. Is One Piece already coming back in April? I kind of forgot, but now I'm remembering what date is One Piece coming back. So we have season 4 of ReZero that will be in the next season. And Modru says, Slime. Is Slime coming back as a movie or a series? Dr. Stone would be the final part, if I'm remembering correctly. and One Piece. Finally, a seasonal show. Hunter said, from the spring season, I have some I am interested in. Like, oh gosh. If people are going to start listing more than 5 or so, I might not be able to take note of everything, but it's fine. Ascendance of a Bookworm. Iruma-kun. Tibate is the beginning after the end, season 2. So Modru and Tiago are going to be continuing the beginning after the end. Dr. Stone Course 3 as well. And the ReZero season 4. Nox says, after years of being on ice, the film Coyote vs. Acme is coming out. I thought it was never going to make it to theaters. It's a Looney Tunes film about the character Wile E. Coyote, who is suing Acme Company for selling him faulty items during his time as a customer. Whoa, that's a real thing that's going to be coming out? No way. I know it's not anime related, but it's an animation. Oh my gosh. Coyote versus Acme, 2026 film. No, and it's one of those movies where it's like real life, but with cartoons. I would so watch that, and that guy's the lawyer. Oh, sorry, I should not say things that you have to look at the screen for. But let me just say, I have good expectations for this. And Wile E. Coyote is hilarious. I have no idea who this actor is, but I would definitely... Starring John Cena and Will Forte, the film follows Wile E. Coyote suing the Acme Corporation for every defective product that ever exploded in his face. It's a hybrid of live action and classic animation that tested with fantastic scores before it was hidden. Oh my gosh, that seems awesome. Then my real answer should have been, imagine watching anime, just like Soto's. Yeah, imagine. Then we have, not sure if this counts since it's listed as winter, but JoJo's Part 7, Steel Ball Run, since it's not released yet, but it's my favorite part of the manga, which is out of 9 parts so far. Wait. When is Steel Ball Run coming out? Why is it listed as winter? Okay, so let's just put that as JoJo's Part 7. Otherwise, my main highlights will be Dorohedoro, Season 2, Ascendance of a Bookworm, and Welcome to the Demon School, Iruma-kun, which is also already on Season 4. Steel Ball Run comes out in 11 to 12 days. So technically at the very end of the current season, but it'll be airing during... Well, that's confusing. I'll definitely be watching that, though, for sure. I recently started reading JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Phantom Blood. I'm like 30 chapters in, and it is so good. Crazy, of course, but good. Others that I'm looking forward to is Reincarnated as a Slime, Dr. Stone, Demons of the Shadow Realm, and The Mission, Yozakura Family Season 2. I'm curious about Witch Hat Atelier, Marriage Toxin. Marriage Toxin is becoming an anime? I'm definitely interested in Witch Hat Atelier. And Tiago says also Rooster Fighter. I think Ace of Diamond is also coming, so I'm going to watch that too. Shoru says, I am the most excited for Witch Hat Atelier. I just binged Ascendance of a Bookworm, so there's another +1 for that. And of course, Dorohedoro Season 2. For Mao, the same creator of Inuyasha, and the Demons of the Shadow Realm, the same creator of FMAB. Wait, Inuyasha? MAO, Mao. I will wait to see how people feel about them. So you're interested, but you're going to see what the response is before you dedicate time to watching. Vert says Dorohedoro season 2 and JoJo's part 7, if that counts, which I say definitely counts. Even if it's technically starting in this season, I would count it for next season because it's, I don't know, what do you guys think? Those two are so far ahead of all the other things that I'm not really thinking about anything else now. Probably the two things I've looked forward to the most since the end of Dorohedoro season 1 and the end of Stone Ocean. So yeah, for me, I'm counting it as spring because winter is basically over. Most excited for ReZero season 4, says Sam, since I've read the original content and it's adapting my favorite arc. I also plan on watching Dr. Stone, Witch Hat Atelier. Also seems interesting, and I might check out the new Classroom of the Elite season briefly to see if the adaptation issues persist or not. So I dropped Classroom of the Elite. I don't remember exactly where. I didn't finish the last season, but I was like, nah. It is a good story, but it just doesn't work for me in anime format, or I don't know. So let's add here. Sam said ReZero. I might be missing some here and there, but I'm doing my best. Dr. Stone. Oh no, this is gonna take too long for me to like look for the names. Okay, there's Dr. Stone and the Witch Hat. Okay, I already know that I missed a few. Luke says, Classroom of the Elite. I saw that it has a live action. It could work as a live action, but it feels like they would have to really tighten up the amount of details that need to kind of, like the anime, you get the light novel or whatever, that is a lot of detail. The anime kind of can't do it justice, but if you tighten up a live action right, it could work. I'm not saying about what I've seen, I'm saying about my expectations. Seems like something that could really work, but I'm never gonna find out. What I will be watching. This is Val. Dorohedoro season 2, but I hope that I will like the 3D better this time. I remember that it really added to the feel of season 1 for me, and somehow it really worked, but I also don't mind if they decide to do something different, but I would not mind if they don't change anything. ReZero season 4, okay. I always have a very up and down relationship with ReZero. Like the first season was, to me, an 11 out of 10. It blew me away. And then somewhere it kind of like, it's not that it lost to me, it's that I couldn't really keep up with what was going on. I think it was during the Satella stuff and Tea Party things, and I just was very confused and not invested in the characters. And then from there, it kind of like goes up and down a little bit. But usually when I'm watching it, I mean, it's definitely interesting. But then in retrospect, I always kind of feel like it doesn't last the way that the first season really stayed with me, if that makes sense. Valenon continues to say, Angels Next Door season 2. I started it with my ex, but we still watch some rom-coms together. You watch rom-coms with your ex? How does that work? Is he gay? Sorry, that's rude. I just cannot imagine like keep watching things with my ex unless he was bi at least. How do you do that? But you know, good for you, good for you. Angels Next Door season 2. Yeah, I can't imagine staying friends with an ex. You'd have to, but I mean, even if you ended on really good terms, that I can just imagine Valenon running into the bedroom with, or into the shared living room, and the Valenon's gonna be like, X, you're gay, be gay, be gay. And then her ex is like, hello, my friends call me the gay ex. Sorry, that's an inside joke from earlier, but basically it's a New Girl reference, so you have to kind of understand. So then we have replica datte koi wo suru. Same reason. Same reason. I'm just gonna call it koi wo suru. Kano Kari season 5 as a throwaway bonus for laughter at this point. I've never heard about these things. Cool. Witch Hat. Okay, we have the Witch Hat one, another. And Akane Banashi. Same reason. Wow, watching 3 shows a week with your ex. I feel like you guys spend more time watching things together than me and Hanku do, and we're married. And I'm joking. We totally play a lot of League together. I'd say I'm the most excited for the last 2 because they're fully new things that I wanted to read the manga of, but I haven't yet. And Hibiki Euphonium movie, I didn't even know there was going to be another one, but okay. I kind of thought the story already said everything that it wanted to say. So I'm not sure what to think about this one. So I heard about Akane Banashi. Not much, but I saw the character in Waifu Wars, and I think Akane has a lot of pictures. So I was thinking it must be really popular. Booty. It's a bit early for me to look at the next season. I usually do it the week before, but for now, I have for sure ReZero Season 4, My Hero Academia special episode that did not air at the end of Season 8, and Niwatori Fighter. That's the rooster one, right? Niwatori Fighter. In theory, I will drop Tabate. What is it? The beginning. Excuse me. The beginning after the end. But if I don't find anything else that catches my interest, I may give it a chance. I probably end up picking 1 or 2 romance or comedy shows. Or an isekai. I enjoy one from time to time. And I finally tried to catch up with Kimetsu no Yaiba. Unlikely, but I'm tempted to catch up with Dr. Stone, since this is the last season. But there are over 80 episodes to catch up. Panya, with her knowledge from the future, recommended me Maid-san wa Taberu Dake and the Kori no Jouheki. The same author than you and I are polar opposites. It's very likely that I add one or both to the list. Okay, wait, okay. Maid-san wa Taberu Dake and Kori no Jouheki. Interesting. Panya added some thoughts and it adjusted. I see. Bob says, for me, I'm the most excited for Witch Hat Atelier, Marriage Toxin. I know that Cherry and Panya both read the manga for that one. Then we have another one for Akane Banashi. Demons of the Shadow Realm. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to take note of. Let me just copy and paste it, right? Demons of the Shadow Realm. Kanan-sama wa akumade choroi. I never heard of these things, but we will later. I will be reading, and maybe I should add a timestamp for when I will be reading the synopsises for these. Rooster Fighter, Nippon Sangoku, and the Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King. Whew, those are the new ones. Then there's also, oh my goodness, ReZero. I did not know Bob is also someone that watches a lot. Oh my god, it's a whole new season of Slime. I thought it was just a movie that was coming out. Oh wait. Um, this is like a very, very long season of slime, isn't it? Tsue no Tsurugi no Wistoria. Oh, the one. I'm actually very much not sure about that one. I probably won't get to it because it just looks like there's a lot of other ones I'd be more interested in. But the Wanden Sword, Tsue no Tsurugi no Wistoria. The first season was a huge roller coaster for me. Sometimes I was loving it, and sometimes I was like, oh my god, I hate this. The beginning after the end. Welcome to the Demon School, Iruma-kun. Oh gosh, I think I definitely missed, but I'm doing my best here. Iruma-kun. The one that I feel like I could end up giving up. I never really liked it that much, and I already have a lot of other things to watch. I'm kind of scared. It's more than I was expecting. Yeah, it's a lot. But whenever there's like, it's really easy in my schedule at least to, if you do two together, so then in 2 weeks you can watch, like, let's say you instead of watching one every Thursday, you watch two and then skip one and then two, so meaning you can double the amount that you're watching if you group them up into episodes of 2. So let's say this Wednesday I'm watching Vigilantes 2 episodes, and next Wednesday I'm watching Fire Force 2 episodes. That way I always feel like I can watch more somehow. Somehow it just works. There's also a movie that came out in Japan last week, but it will be a few months before it goes to a worldwide release. Oh, that's for slime. So that's where I heard about the movie. Okay. Then I'm just going to read this because it's interesting and it was posted in between. There is a new dystopian sci-fi action TV anime officially announced. So this is not for next season, but I'm just reading it because it seems interesting. This story was praised by Attack on Titan creator Hajime Isayama, Fungus and Iron. It's a sci-fi action set in a dystopian world where human brains are controlled by fungi, stripped of free will. A strong soldier has a fateful encounter with a resistance group and decides to rise against the oppression with the help of iron. It reminded me of something Sabikui Bisco because of the mushrooms theme, but now that I'm reading it again, it also reminds me of The Matrix in a sense, you know? A little bit of Matrixy. Okay, here we go. Peachy. Definitely interested in watching Witch Hat Atelier the most because I've been seeing bits of it floating around and it looked super interesting. I saw a lot of character designs on Twitter and in Waifu Wars. And the character designs look really interesting, but I know absolutely nothing about the story. However, I mean, the designs make it look very fantasy and beautiful. So that's my expectations at the moment. Looking at the list now, says Peachy, I might not catch most of them, since some of them I haven't started in the first place, or I never caught up, like ReZero and Slime. But on my plans for others, off the top of my head, are Dr. Stone, Go For It Nakamura, and The Marriage Toxin. Go For It Nakamura. Okay, I can't read this person's name. They have a JoJo's profile picture though. So I'm definitely guessing JoJo's Part 7 is on their list. So far, my 2 watch list is series that I will be continuing is Wistoria and Dr. Stone, the final season. Then we have new series, Yomi no Tsugai. Another one for Liar Game. What is Yomi no Tsugai English name? Akane Banashi. And the Witch Hat one. What I normally do, I watch 1 episode a day in the week. And then on the weekend, I catch up. For example, like DBS. I see. Is the chat not a good place? Because now I don't think so, because this is ruining it. Maybe I'll put it over there then. Okay. And the chat is... Okay, that should be fine. Martins 104 is the user. Sorry. Shout out to Martins 104. The English name might be Daemons of the Shadow Realm, I think. Yomi no Tsugai. Okay. Demons of the Shadow Realm +1. Okay, I'm just skipping down. Here we go. As another... Oh. What happened here? Modur tagged me and said, this is you at the end of the reaction to 2.5 dimensional seduction. Did English start playing or something? Nails on a chalkboard? Okay, let's try. Skip 1,000 things. Here we go. Dark Shadow. I will be for sure watching the following. So we have another one for Dorohedoro season 2. The first season was an unexpected standout. I'm very excited for the new season. How many years has it been since Dorohedoro? Like at least 6, right? 6 or 7? Then we have Dr. Stone. The latest seasons have been really good, but it didn't hit quite like the first one. Given where we left off, I'm hoping that it will feel closer to the beginning, okay? So we have another one for Dr. Stone. Classroom of the Elite. I wouldn't say that this show is amazing, but it is interesting enough for me to continue. Which is... I can see that, especially if you're not like sitting down and reacting. Like if you're enjoying it more casually, it's a good one to continue. Dorohedoro started January 13th. So yeah, it's been 6 years. Did I make a note for Classroom of the Elite? I don't think that I did. Another one for Tabate. The beginning after the end. The first season undeniably had a lot of issues, but I did at least find the story and the world interesting. I'm a completionist, so I was almost always going to watch this, but I'm also curious to see if anything has improved. So, Dark Shadow, are you a light novel reader, or you were anime only when the first season started? For the beginning after the end. In terms of new seasonals, these 3 seem the most interesting. Witch Hat Atelier. Which? Demons of the Shadow Realm. And Liar Game. There are a few others I considered which have been mentioned. If I see or hear that those are good, then I might start them. Ray says, I will say my top 3 anime that I'm looking forward to. Number 1, Witch Hat Atelier. So that is your top 1. You're not going like from least to most. You're going from most. Okay, Witch Hat. So far in terms of mentions, if I'm keeping track right, ReZero, Dr. Stone, and Witch Hat has the most mentions. Currently ReZero being tied with Witch Hat after another mention from Ray. Obviously, I'm a big ReZero fan, and it is my favorite isekai. And then 3, Ascendance of a Bookworm, my favorite isekai. Hey? Oh, second favorite isekai, a hidden gem throughout its runtime. I hope with Wit Studio doing it, it gets more traction. So wait, did it change studios? Or what has... So it sounds like it changed studios, right? Things that I will not be continuing. Classroom of the Elite. I'm a novel reader and I've been vocal about how much I hate the adaptation of season 2. I have not continued watching season 3 and I wouldn't continue now. Sticking to your guns, I like it. Ascendance of a Bookworm has been on my recommended. So every couple of months, my level 3 patrons recommend shows and then vote. So everyone gets 1 or 2 recommendations and then everyone votes together for one anime. And I know that Tiago and maybe Blackblade are always the ones recommending Ascendance of a Bookworm. Ooh, here's the Dorohedoro season 2 trailer. I really wish I could react to trailers today, but since it's a podcast, I won't be doing that. And it's better because I already know what I want to watch. And I don't need the trailers kind of spoiling me. However, it would be really good for my channel if I did a bunch of trailer reactions. But I don't like that, so we'll see. Probably it's too late to do trailer reactions anyway. If I was going to do that, I would have had to do it when they came out. Panya answered, I'm looking forward to Witch Hat. Okay, let's add this. Witch Hat and Marriage Toxin. And Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is really popular still. I love to see it. Also, I want to check out Kori no Joheki. And Hidari Kiki no Eren. That's a new one. That sounds cute. Panya's mentions are always like extra curious to me because she's Japanese. Like, I'm sure promotionally, Japan might have a different perspective on some shows than the rest of the world, you know? Because the marketing for shows in the West are often done through platforms like, let's say, Crunchyroll or Netflix. And they obviously might have a different focus on what they think will appeal to Western fans. So I feel like, yeah, Panya's interests are extra interesting. Kirio Fan Club is another one I haven't heard. And then Maid-san wa taberu dake. So that's the other one that Booty mentioned because of Panya. Walid said, I'm excited for JoJo's part 7. I want to see how they're going to handle it. I am also forgot some of it. So it's perfect way to see it again. Have another one for JoJo part 7. I'm pretty sure I did not write down everyone that said JoJo's. There has to be more than... Okay, well. For me, JoJo's was a super amazing journey. Like, it was just so much fun and craziness. And it was always, you know, doing JoJo's streams was always exciting. I remember some standout characters, but I'm really excited to read the manga and kind of relive all the bizarre experiences through the manga. But it's definitely different, not having the music, not having the voice acting and the animation, but it's still so cool to see the original art. I would kind of love to revisit, and I'm definitely going to before part 7 starts. I want to kind of revisit like a 5-minute recap of every arc or something. I just want to read through a few lines to remind me who was the main JoJo, who was the main, and where was the setting. Because I remember it kind of a little bit sporadically, but I do know that the last season was Jolene. What are your certain memories? I didn't love Jolene as much as some other JoJo's, but I mean, we all have that JoJo that we wasn't our favorite. But I still love the style. I also think Netflix obviously didn't do a lot, did some damage. But as I think Ray said earlier, um, a lot of people were commenting everywhere to release it weekly, right? So don't pretend like you don't know. Oh, the spoiler. God, I was spoiled on a character's death, right? And I said, look away. I don't want to spoil or mute me. I don't want to spoil you, but I want to tell, because most people that were watching with me were obviously caught up. But Dark Shadow was watching along weekly. Like, he would watch 2 episodes and then I would react to 2 episodes and he would join for those 2 episodes. So then I said, mute me. I don't want to spoil you because I got spoiled this week. And then, because I got spoiled with a picture though. And then even though he muted me, I showed the picture and he saw it and he got spoiled too. Oh, I will never live it down. I know this JoJo is one of the most rated manga with Berserk. Well, I'm pretty sure I have 2 characters from the next part claimed in Waifu Wars. Somehow I ended up with them. So I'm quite excited about that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Then we have Cherry. I'm back for Christian of the Week. I will be watching the following shows. We have Witch Hat again. Classroom of the Elite. I don't think I wrote that down because there's no way that I'm going to continue it. Marriage Toxin. I'm actually very, very surprised to read that Cherry will be watching it, or that I didn't even know she watched it. Akane Banashi. Okay, another one for Akane Banashi. I'm most excited for Marriage Toxin. Classroom of the Elite I'm skeptical about a bit, but I do want to know how it continues. Fair. And for the other 2, I feel like they will be really good newcomers. I dropped season 1 of The Beginning After the End because it was so bad compared to the fantastic manhwa. But I might give season 2 a try. Maybe it will be better, but otherwise I will drop it again. Aku no Hana can be a drop for me. I'm not vibing with it. What is Aku no Hana? Odinoko said, I got Frieren recommended as a comfort anime, so I will finally start watching it, alongside maybe Delicious in Dungeon. Only because the Spanish title is Dungeons and Eaters, and the pun is hilarious in Latam. Yes, I am behind like for 3 years. I live my life how I want. Dungeon Meshi. Ah, Dungeon Meshi. Frieren, Dungeon, Meshi, and Witch Hat Atelier. The big 3 fantasy manga will become the big 3 fantasy anime this year. Witch Hat Atelier is coming in April. Doji says, I'm interested in these 3 for specific reasons. Wistoria, to see if it continues to be trash or good. Trash? Okay, wait. Which, where is it? Wistoria. I lost it. Oh, there it is. Doji says also Yumi no Tsugai, same author as Full Metal Alchemist, to see if the greatness still continues. Yumi no Tsugai? Is that the Demons of the Shadow Realm one, right? Rent a Girlfriend. There's a scene that keeps being used in memes, and I'm here to see it in anime format. What a memorable scene. I feel like I've also seen that scene, like being memed and stuff. I really wanted to keep watching Rental Girlfriend, but I was gonna do it on Fansly, and now I stopped doing Fansly. I was gonna finish some reactions and just continue posting my gaming to the main feed, but now even my reactions were getting blocked in the DMs. Suddenly, after I decided to quit Fansly, now the whole time someone is banning all my content. A lot of my recent reactions and even stuff that I'm sending via DM. So I'm assuming someone's mad and they're literally reporting my things. Otherwise, there will be no way that they're looking for my fucking DM content. And it's so weird. It's right after I decided to quit. So it's kind of disappointing because I was still watching Chain Soldier, Kakegurui, and 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. And I was gonna I had some reaction plans where once a year I would catch up with the most itchy shows of that year, but now it just seems impossible. Oh well. Also, Marriage Toxin seems to be my type. So wait. We have I added Wistoria, Yumi no Tsugai, and there's Rental Girlfriend, the first mention of the new Rental Girlfriend season, as well as another one for Marriage Toxin. Okay. Scrap everything in your life and rewatch Naruto. You rewatch it. Okay, I will. Now you. I'm a lot better in the Naruto riddle than you, so maybe you should rewatch. What am I reading? Yeah, I don't deny that. You really love Naruto. Huge fan. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys are so funny. So now what I'm going to take a look at is Annie chart, and I want to chat about the ones that I'm planning to watch and the why. For me, it's... I don't know why I add my earphones in. For me, it's really important to have an appealing front visual, to be honest. Like, that's my first impression. So, it is quite important. But I guess, obviously, since I'm reacting to things, what is important is that you guys are watching it. So if lots of you are watching it, I would also be interested. A bonus. Just for the title, I'm interested in my reincarnation destination is ... The rub of a harem-loving, happy ending, overpowered hero. But I couldn't even find a trailer so far. He's reincarnated as a rub? Oh my god. Oh my god. I think mangaka are challenging themselves to make the weirdest isekai. So, wait, where do I make my list? Obviously, I'm continuing ReZero since I've watched 3 seasons, so I will continue the 4th. And I'm going to take a peek at the visual. I haven't really seen it. Very pretty, very colorful. I have no idea who that is. Some demon lord at the back there. Ram, Emilia, the Borgar girl. I think that is Eucleus or someone. She seems new. I forgot her name. And then he seems interesting. Yeah. I love it. Very creative, very colorful. Love that Subaru features right in the middle at the front. So, regardless, would be watching it. It says here, there's a note, world premiere of episode 1, screened at Luca Comics and Games on 2025 November, before the Japanese television broadcast. Whoa. It will be 19 episodes. Okay, so definitely watching that one. Then, very interested, as I said before, because of the character designs that I've seen on Twitter and Waifu Wars. I'm very interested in the Witch Hat one. This is the summary. I have not read the summary, so this is going to be my first time hearing what the show is actually about. All I know is that it looks like fantasy, obviously, and has some nice character designs. In a world where everyone takes wonders like magic spells and dragons for granted, Coco is a girl with a simple dream. She wants to be a witch. But everybody knows magicians are born, not made. And Coco was not born with a gift for magic. Resigned to her unmagical life, Coco is about to give up on her dream until the day she meets Kifri? Qifrey? Qifrey, a mysterious traveling magician. After secretly seeing Qifrey perform magic in a way that she's never seen before, Coco soon learns what everybody knows might not be the truth, and discovers that her magical dream may not be as far away as it seemed. I see. Coco looks like a super cutie. The studio is Bug Films, and the genres are adventure, drama, fantasy. As long as it's not some kind of dark fantasy. I'm so sick of people just automatically thinking everything where people's guts get ripped out of their bellies is so good because it's so dark. Doesn't seem to be that kind of one. I was a little bit worried, but it sounds like something I'd be interested in. Okay, obviously I'm continuing with Slime season 4 because I've watched 3 seasons. There's no way I'm not going to be watching more. The 4th season of Tensei Shitara Slime Datta Ken. Demon Lord Rimuru's dream of creating an alliance between humans and monsters takes a step closer to being realized. As Tempest continues to prosper, Granville Rosso and his granddaughter Maribel clash with Demon Lord Rimuru over their plan to protect mankind by ruling over them. Meanwhile, in El Dorado, the song suddenly playing in my head, Demon Lord Leon works towards goals of his own. The awakening of a new hero draws near. So here's the picture has Rimuru fighting a small looking girl with some ugly looking hair. Sorry. No, it's a totally normal hairstyle. And then I think that guy recognized him, Yuki or something. Sounds like it's gonna be great. The last seasons, my interest waned a little bit, but I still love the premise, the characters. So I'm looking forward to it a lot. Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy. Let's go. Obviously, I will not be continuing Classroom of the Elite. I think I dropped it around season 3, like I said. Maybe it was very early. Maybe I watched like 4 or 5 episodes and I was, no, thank you. I don't remember exactly where. Does anyone else remember where I dropped it? Here, this is sorted by popularity, I think. Yes, so 5th most popular on Annie chart is an anime called Otonari no Tenshi-sama ni itsu no mani ka dame ningen ni sarete itai ken, 2nd season. So, the Angel Next Door. Oh, that's what Val is watching with their ex. I see. So let's just take a peek at the original and what it's about. If anyone was interested in season 2, it does seem to be very popular. Amane lives alone in an apartment, and the most beautiful girl in school lives just next door. They have almost never spoken until the day he sees her in distress on a rainy day and lends her his umbrella. To return the favor, she offers him help around the house, and a relationship slowly begins to blossom as the distance between them closes. It is a romance and the slice of life. Sounds like a very basic premise. Very, very basic. Literally girl next door stuff, you know? Bug Films is the same studio as Zone 100. Which one was Bug Films? The Witch Hat one. That's interesting. Because I do remember Zone 100 being really good, but it's very colorful, very perfect for Zom 100, but not necessarily. But I mean, it's not like the style will be the same. Let's take a quick peek at Bug Films and other things that they have done. Oh, just Zom 100. Okay. 2027, title to be announced. That's crazy. Is there like a story here? For example, they used to be called that, but then the key animators left and started their own thing, and now it's called Bug Films. Like, is there anything like that we can fall back on to? Nothing? No? Okay. That's really funny. Okay, then we have Tsue to Tsurugi no Historia Season 2. So this one, Season 1 was recommended by patrons. And then I watched it. There was 12 episodes, thankfully, only. I probably loved 6 of them and hated 6 of them. But honestly, there's one character that I'm really interested in, Alfaria. And then everyone else is like okay. I don't know about this one. I'm leaning towards no. Because there are a few others that I'm way more interested in, and I will get to them. It does seem to be very popular, though. What is OLM? Bug Films is from OLM. So OLM is behind Dark Gathering, look at the picture for Apothecary Diaries. I know it's not for the next season, but I mean, whoa. Okay, that's for full though. Let's not look at it. Also, Night of the Living Cat, Season 2 of Apothecary, Welcome to the Outcast Restaurant. They've done a lot of stuff. Okay, so it's people branching from this studio. They made their own thing, I guess. So that's, I mean, Apothecary Diaries, you know? That seems very promising for a show like the Witch Hat one. Oh, Comic-Con Communicate, Summertime Rendering, lots of great shows. Okay. We can be very, very excited. I mean, we already knew Zom 100 was great, but this is giving me even more reason to be excited. Doji, what do you mean about the manga? Which manga? Ray says, as far as I know, the story of Bug Films is that they made the studio because they hated the treatment they got from OLM, and that's why their first anime was Zom 100, because it tackles office overwork environment. Oh, you mean for Wistoria, the manga is really pretty and that's why you're still on it. Okay. Oh, that's very interesting. So they decided, you know what? We don't like the treatment here. We're being overworked. Let's do our own studio. Hey, first show. Yeah, I get it. And Zom 100 was really fun. I never got back to it. There was a break or two, and then I never went back. But it was definitely an enjoyable show, and I would love to finish it. So if a season 2 ever comes out, I would finish the season by myself and then just jump into season 2 if that season I have the time. Okay, so I'm leaning towards, I'm going to wait. You guys can tell me how good season 2 is for those of you watching, and then I'll decide. Maybe later I'll watch it. The only problem with that is that usually when something goes on when I don't continue with something immediately, I mean, look at this. Look. My Dear Friend, Hanako-kun Season 2, Tsukimichi Season 2, Eden Zero Season 2, Code Geass, I haven't watched it in so long, I need to restart the whole show. Monogatari Orphan Monster, Free, the Bebop movie, Shield Hero, that's never gonna happen. Horimiya Missing Pieces, So, luckily, I'm watching The Godfather 2 this month, so. And when am I ever gonna watch Uma Musume? Dangers in My Heart. Never. With new shows always coming out, but that is where level 3 patrons and Ko-fi members come in, because they recommend older shows. So I always have time for at least 4 seasonals, maybe 5 in the future, and then maybe 6. And then I have level 3 patrons and Ko-fi members that usually recommend older things. So there's always hope. Okay, well, obviously we're going to continue Dr. Stone Science Future. This is part 3. There's no more to say about that, but we can look at the visual and... Ooh, who's that? He looks fun. I'm always excited for new Dr. Stone characters because they're always so fun and likable. Then we have Yomi no Tsugai, which is Bone's film, which is Demons of the Shadow Realm confirmed. In a remote mountain village, you can definitely see it's Edward, right? Like, not literally. I mean, like, you can see immediately, now that I know the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood author. Now I see Edward. Don't you see it? I see it. In a remote mountain village, under the watchful eyes of 2 stone guardians, the young Yuru contentedly lives off the land while staying close to the only family he has left, Asa, his precious twin sister. Asa, meanwhile, carries out a mysterious duty on behalf of the village while locked in a cage. Why is Asa a prisoner? And what other secrets does Yuru's otherwise idyllic home hide? Oh, wow. Okay. That seems so interesting. Ooh, this one seems so interesting. Yomi no Tsugai. Okay, I'm writing it down, but it's not a guaranteed yet. Yomi no Tsugai. Very nice. Ooh, the red lilies though. Oh no. These red spider lilies. So scary. I tend to find the FMA art style very recognizable. This one seems interesting. Especially you can see here as well. Very recognizable style if you look at the manga. And it is 8th most popular of the season. Oh wait, I didn't put Dr. Stone on here. Dr. Stone Science Future Part 3. So these are guaranteed. This is, I'm thinking about it. Anything past the X's. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to only speak things so you can listen. Currently, I'm guaranteed to react to ReZero, Witch Hat, Slime, and Dr. Stone. And I'm thinking about Yomi no Tsugai. So the beginning after the end, I do have some of the manhwa, actually, was gifted to me by Tiago. I'd love to read it someday, but I might be 47 before I get to that. But you know, it's there. XXX is a space, like to make a clear difference between the top and the bottom. Then we have here. No one meant. What is this? This is the bookworm one. Why? Honzuki no Gekko Kujo. Is it the bookworm one? Why? Prequel has the title Ascendance of a Bookworm, but this one doesn't seem to have it. Okay, but I'm not going to read, obviously, the synopsis of season 4. That would be terrible for me if I ever watch it one day. But the first one, if anyone is interested, anime adaptation of part 1 of Honzuki no Gekko Kujo. When a sickly young girl suddenly becomes obsessed with inventing new things, her family and friends are all puzzled. What has gotten into Mine? They wondered, never dreaming that the answer is not a what, but a who. Urano Motosu, a book-loving apprentice librarian who died in an earthquake in Tokyo, somehow found herself in Mine's body. And since Mine's world is still in a medieval stage where books can only be owned by the elite, the new Mine intends to do everything she can to bring her beloved books to the masses in the time that she has lived. Okay. Wait, what happens to the girl? Do they share the body? Or the one girl is replaced by the other girl? Oh God, now I'm curious. Don't tell me. That does seem very interesting though. The 12th most popular one seems to be Isekai Nonbiri Nouka, farming life in another world. Ooh, I love farming life, but an isekai needs to be exceptionally good, so it's season 2 anyway. I'm not gonna catch up with it. Then we have The Warrior Princess and the Barbaric King, which no one mentioned, as far as I remember. But I'm gonna read about it. Serafina de la Villante, the strongest female knight in the West, was sent to subjugate the barbaric tribes of the East. But when her mission fails spectacularly, she's captured alive and imprisoned. Humiliated and dreading what a horrific torture she will endure, she asks to be put to death. To her surprise, rather than tearing her limb from limb, the tribe leader asks for her hand in marriage. Will Serafina face a cruel and abusive arranged marriage, or will she discover that these tribes are not as barbaric as she was led to believe? Oh, that sounds nice. Like a huge twist romance. Wow, actually very cute. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it because like I said, I can only manage about 4 or 5, and I'm already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my list. And I really want to try Marriage Toxin. But yeah, this one does sound very, very nice. I'm not going to lie. Especially if you're in the mood for a unique romance. Tiago does have it on his planning list, but Tiago usually tries a bunch of Tiago doesn't like to drop things. So if he starts something, he's finishing it. Huh. Who's the person that used to start a bunch of shows and then after a couple of episodes they decide what they want to keep? But this one I'm very interested in, mainly because Panya and the Cherry are reading the manga and they like it. And it's Shonen Jump manga, so I mean... So, for centuries, the deadly arts have been perfected by those known as the Masters. Among them, the poison masters of the 5 great families hold the most fearsome power and influence. Hikaru Gero, heir to the poison master's Gero family, has lived his entire life in the underworld, far removed from love or marriage. But when the Gero family head decrees that Hikaru's sister must bear an heir to preserve the bloodline by force if necessary, Hikaru resolves to protect her at all costs. This is to me, my first thought is so Killua grew up and is trying to protect. Okay. It is then that Hikaru encounters Mei, a brilliant marriage swindler who becomes the target of his latest job. Realizing that the only way of solving the family succession problem and protecting his sister is through marriage, Hikaru impulsively asks Mei for help in finding a bride. Oh, but they're going to be the ones that end up falling in love? See. Action, comedy, drama, and romance. Plus, it's Bones film. So this one is high on my priority list. If it was between Yomi no Tsugai and but that's funny. Both Demons of the Shadow Realm and the Marriage Toxin is from Bones. Okay, but Marriage Toxin to me is higher than Yomi no Tsugai, but not by much. But I'm definitely interested in action comedy drama, a little bit more, well, this has an action adventure comedy, but I'm always lacking a good romance. So I really want to try it. Oh, here's the Liar Game one. So let's take a jump ahead to that one really quick. This was also mentioned by a few people, and remember, Dieu said he's not expecting, like, this doesn't seem to be something that can be adapted into an anime. Like, maybe it's better in manga format or something, but that's just, his first thoughts. I wonder if they can do this successfully, because I don't know if it's unique in some way, but it is Madhouse. So let's read. Wishing she would live up to the ideal, Kanzaki Nao's father named her thusly for honesty. Nao has more than lived up to her father's wishes, even exceeding them and earning the label of a foolishly honest girl. A foolishly honest girl. This makes Nao the least qualified candidate for the high-stakes liar game, where winning requires deceiving the opponent out of their money and losing means receiving massive debt. Losing means receiving massive debt. So why is she taking part in this game? That doesn't stop a box containing 100 million yen in cash and a card informing her of her participation in the game from arriving at her doorstep, nor does it stop her from being promptly tricked out of the entire sum of money. Upon hearing that a genius swindler responsible for the bankruptcy of a major corporation, just tell me everything then, is being released from jail, Nao goes to the swindler, Shinichi Akiyama, to enlist his help. With that, the two are drawn into the dark, greed-filled and deceptive world of the liar game. So we have a very honest girl and a professional liar. Okay. Sounds interesting. Sounds like, and I guess he reminds me, but who is the author? Does it have anything to do with Death Note? Nothing. Kind of gave me like, see, like the style looks, even this definitely gave me a little bit of Death Note vibes. But, and even the theme, it seemed like such a Death Note type of story, But turns out it's not. But it sounds very interesting. People really love this one. But I read this and I dropped it after the first big arc. Not gonna lie, I thought it was the same author as Death Note, but it's not. It does. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay. It does sound very interesting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another gap, and then here I will put things like Wistoria season 2 and a Liar Game, where I'm interested. Probably not gonna watch it, but want to hear other people's thoughts. A little part of me wants to start watching like one show. Even if I'm not reacting to it, I want to, watch it in my own time and post some reviews. Something that might, it might not be popular, it might not be that great, but I still want to post a few reviews, or thoughts as it goes on. So for example, in the current season, I really want to watch Tamon's B-side. But I will never get to it. So I just want to watch it and then post my thoughts. I know it's great. Thanks for telling me again. I know, I can tell that it's great. I hear about it all the time. Okay, Akane Banashi is another one that I'm very interested in. But I think I can read about, I wanted to read like everything. But it turns out there's a lot more than I thought. It's insane. Jeez. Okay, but Liar Game seems very cool. Akane Banashi, with only your voice and body, master the art. Akane Osaki, captivated since childhood by the magical performances of her father, Shinta Arakawa, witnesses a shocking incident during his decisive performance for promotion to master rank. 6 years later, now a high school student, she sets her sights on becoming a Shinuichi herself, someone with the master rank, pushing forward in the highly competitive world of Rakugo. A passionate and authentic Rakugo drama begins. Like, that seems cool. Man, I want to watch the trailer so much. It is a drama, which is tough for me, but I'm still interested. But the producers, the studio is ZEXCS, and the producers are Aniplex and TV Asahi. But the studio, let's look at that. Looks like Shadowverse, Backflip the movie, more Shadowverse. Nothing that I've seen, it seems. Shonen Hollywood. Yeah, not anything I've seen. There's a itchy one. Chubra, Panty Appreciation Society. Okay. It seems like they're, changing course a little bit as the years go on. But looks like they've definitely done some interesting things, just not anything that I've seen. I do have Say I Love You on my planning list, though, but that's been there for 8 years. The Jugemu meme originates from a Rakugo story. Oh, okay. Okay, sorry, just give me a minute. I want to sit on the bowl because my back is starting to kill me. So, Akane Banashi, probably a little bit less than Marriage Toxin, but a little bit more than Yomi no Tsugai. Akane Banashi. Okay. Let's see, what else stands out? Needy Girl Overdose sounds very cool, but that's based on the title and the picture here. A multi-ending adventure about a girl with quite a need for approval who wants to become the bestest streamer, Internet Angel. No. Never mind. Looks cute and fun, but this is a sign I need to replay the game. Oh, it's based on a game. Based on Nyarura's post on X and the way they shut him out of the project. This could end up being a disaster. Oh no, that does not sound good. Okay, so this one might be dead on arrival. Interesting. Then we have Aishiteru game wo owarasetai. The first step to winning the love game is saying I love you. So how do you lose? By admitting you're in love. Let the games begin. Definitely immediately, obviously, getting a Love is War vibes. Since childhood, Yukiya Asagi and Miku Sakura have played the love game where they try to fluster each other with a simple I love you. But after falling in love for real and refusing to admit it, neither of them can afford to lose this battle. After leaving behind his image as a quiet nerd, Yukiya is ready to break hearts and take names with the ultimate high school glow-up. He's really just got one girl in his sights, his best friend, Miku. Using her favorite shoujo manga as his weapon, he's ready to pin her to the wall and gaze at her with a perfect smolder. Will his moves get her heart racing? That sounds like it could be very funny. A little bit less extreme than Love is War, perhaps, but still seems like it could be nice. The main character, Yukiya Asagi, is voiced by Kaito Ishikawa. And he also does Genos, Tenya Ida, Gigi from Dan Da Dan, Tobio! Oh my god! I can't imagine Tobio in a love comedy type situation. No, I would kind of love to watch that. I'm not gonna lie. But it doesn't seem... It seems like it'll be like a nice thing to watch on your own. Excuse me. The studio is Nikatsu. No, that's the producer. Never mind. The studio is Felix Film, who have also done nothing that I've seen, but Aharen-san, Motherfucking Ghost. I'm joking. I don't know. It's MF Ghost. Saving 80k gold in another world for my retirement. I think Sal watched this and he liked it. So it seems like it could be really cute, but if I'm gonna watch a romance, probably wouldn't be that one, but that looks really sweet. Anything else that I haven't read that you guys would recommend I at least take a read? So wait, let me try this Mao one. Mao Niwatori. What is Yoa Yoa Sensei? It follows Akihito Abikura, a second-year high school student who is intimidated to discover that he's been assigned to the class of Hiyori Hiwamura, a notoriously scary teacher. She's just extremely shy and has... Oh my god, look at the picture though. A fansly reaction if I ever saw one. However... Well, I won't be getting to it now, will I? Keiji, the neighborhood cock of the walk, is more than just an ordinary rooster. He's humanity's greatest defender. His opponents may be 10 stories tall, but nothing is bigger than his stout heart and his fierce battle cry. Kokikuku! So I'm 100% sure I did watch the trailer to this one a long time ago. Looks like it could be really funny. But I don't know if I'll be able to get to it. So someone mentioned Mao. I don't remember who. Looks like there's an evil cat in it. Nope. Don't care. I am biased. I'm joking. Let me. Nanoka passes through a portal into the Taisho era, where exorcist Mao reluctantly rescues her from the jaws of a grotesque yokai. When Nanoka gets back to the present, she discovers she has some new incredible abilities. She returns to the past looking for answers, only to get caught up in Mao's investigation of a series of gruesome murders. As her questions about herself multiply, Nanoka learns that Mao is cursed by a cat demon. Nope. I don't care. I think that's pretty much the biggest ones that were mentioned. We also have, let me just read through the names at least. Oh wait, this is one that Panya was interested in. Kori no Joheki. The ramparts of ice. Socially inept, Higawa Koyuki maintains a wall between herself and other people. She spends her time in high school alone until she meets Amamiya Minato, a boy who keeps trying to close the distance between them for some reason. The loner Koyuki, the popular Miki, the boundaryless Minato, and the kind basketball player Yota. This is the story about 4 complicated and confused young people and their mixed up lives. Seems sweet. Very nice style here based on the trailer picture. Almost looks a little bit like this. Oh, that you and I are polar opposites. Oh, so in this one, the girl is the quiet one and the boy is popular or something. Very happy news. I've been following the manga recently via the Spanish license and it's a blast to read. Oh, cute. Looks very, very cute. Definitely has you and I are polar opposite vibes with the eyes and stuff. I've read a few chapters of You and I Are Polar Opposites. I probably won't continue it. But it definitely reminded me of other romance manga that I want to continue. But they're not available legally, so I hate to read it. But it's so inconvenient, honestly. It's not about morals, it's just inconvenient. Ooh, here is Maid-san wa taberu dake. What is a maid to do when she finds herself suddenly stuck in Japan for a year? Eat, of course. Follow maid in training Suzume Tachibana as she tries all sorts of Japanese food, from sweets like taiyaki and melon bread to savory snacks like takoyaki and onigiri. Be warned, while Suzume states her appetite through delicious treat, while she sates her appetite through delicious treat after delicious treat, she might just end up wetting yours. God, I'm grateful Sotos is not here. Panya said she likes polar opposites more, but it would probably be worth checking. Sounds cute. Cute girls doing cute things. The Food Diary of Miss Maid. The manga picture, it looks very, very, very pretty. Wow. The anime kind of like doesn't... This one hits for me. I don't know. Sorry, does that sound stupid? Maid just simply love to eat. Panya said that she likes polar opposites more, but it's probably worth checking out. Okay. Anything else that I should take a peek at? We have Leftovers, Yusha no Kuzu, Trash Hero, I guess. Scum of the Brave. So this one is continuing from the current season over to the next season. And then we have movies coming out as well. Mahoka Koukou no Rettosei, Yotsuba Keishou Hen. Hibiki Euphonium, another one. Mononoke Hebigami. This looks amazing. I've read about the prequel. Look at this visual. I so badly want to watch this, but it looks like I'm pretty sure it's Levi as the main character. Oh no. Yes, it's Levi as the main character. So it looks like a movie series because this is the second movie in the trilogy. Ooh. But it has a very creative like art style. If I remember, we did watch the trailer a long time ago. Here's the prequel. So I really hope one day we can watch this because seriously, I mean, look at that. Look at that. Wow. Check Megami Isekai Tensei Nani. Oh my god, do you mean the rib one? Lord, let's do it. Isekai Tensei Nani ni Naritai. My reincarnation destination is the rub of a harem-loving, happy-ending, overpowered hero. An isekai reincarnation anime that defies animation conventions is born. Beyond traditional animation, this series delivers an exhilarating isekai reincarnation tale through unconventional techniques like stop motion, puppet theater, and live action, featuring the aloof goddess in charge of isekai reincarnation as the protagonist, Mi, who endures one absurd reincarnation after another. So it sounds like multiple reincarnations. Like maybe the Megami is messing with him or something, and he just keeps being reincarnated as weirder and weirder things. you can read a little bit more about what it's about when you look at the light novel. The protagonist chose to reincarnate as the rub. A rub? One for each rub, of course. Winner of the 8th Net Novel Award. So it seems like it's good. But I can imagine it working as a story when you're good night, Luke. But I mean, stop motion, puppet theater, and live action? Well, definitely please tell me about that when you get to it, Booty. But I think that's more or less everything I'm interested in. I honestly thought my list would be a bit longer. But I think I'm being very realistic. Kill Ao looks cool. Awajima Hyake. There's a Diamond No Ace Act 2 second season coming out. Ponkotsu Fuki Rin Into Skato Take ga Futekisetsu na JK no Hanashi. Holy shit. What is this? Sakura Daimon is the school's prefect. A prefect is a student who is authorized to enforce discipline. As a prefect, he's supposed to be a role model, but unfortunately, he's not perfect. Ko Hinata is one of the people who Sakura Daimon has tried to discipline into wearing appropriate school attire, but she has thus far been disobedient. It's a gyaru tsundere comedy romance slice of life. Seems like it could be kind of cute, but seems like it could be kind of cute, honestly. But it doesn't have any recognizable VAs at the moment. There's way more than I thought, to be honest with you. Otaku ni yasashii gyaru wa inai. And this one has a really nice visual. Look, very beautiful picture. Red queen, lilies. The detail is super nice. It's called Higeki no Genkyo to naru Saikyou Gedo Last Boss Jo wa Tami no Tame ni. Oh, it's a season 2. Tsukushimasu. The most heretical lost boss queen, from villainess to savior. Oh, anyone watching this one? But okay, I guess that's where I'm gonna draw the line. Wait. One last one. This one seems quite unique. The picture did not grab my attention at first, but I don't like the picture, but I do like when stories are about college students because it's always high school. Kamina Botan is a 20-year-old college student at the welcome party for the dorm she was assigned to. The dorm leader, Ibuki, gives her a highball to drink. A highball? And she becomes tipsy, leading to her involvement with Ibuki. From now on, a tipsy teasing girls comedy. Comedy, romance, slice of life. It's a Yuri. Oh, but it looks like very, how to say, I don't know, but it looks cute, not gonna lie. Looks cute. But okay, final thoughts. at the moment, I'm guaranteed to react to ReZero, Witch Hat, Slime, and Dr. Stone. I'm interested in Marriage Toxin, Akane Banashi, and Yomi no Tsugai. I might try and fit them all in, but we will see. These ones I do like weekly. These ones I would do like every second week and maybe double up, you know? And then Wistoria and Liar Game, I want you guys to tell me. But obviously, you can tell me about all of them. Whatever you end up liking, I'll try and read here and there some reviews. I know that, for example, here in seasonal anime, I shouldn't say it, but I do sometimes take a little peek at one or two pictures that Tiago posts to decide, like, oh, that looks interesting. Oh, I try not to look at things that I know I'm going to try and watch as soon as possible. But I mean, like Fate Strange Fake. But I mean, I don't know when I'm ever going to get to Medalist. So I take some peeks here and there. Oh, Dorohedoro. Yes. Thank you. Why is it not here? Oh, it's listed as an ONA. Thank you. So Prism Rondo, Dorohedoro, and the special episode of My Hero Academia are all listed as ONAs or OVAs. So Dorohedoro is practically a guarantee, yeah. Dorohedoro season 2 and My Hero Academia special episode. This one comes out on May 2nd. So eventually, when the season gets a little bit closer, then I'm going to be adding them to the schedule when the dates are more clear. And JoJo's. Oh, see, I knew my list was supposed to be longer. JoJo's is like top of the list, honestly. I don't know why, but I'm so excited for JoJo Part 7. Thank you. So it's JoJo's Part 7, ReZero, Witch Hat, Slime, Dr. Stone, Dorohedoro, 6 guaranteed. Then, if I can fit in Marriage Toxin and Akane Banashi, I would love to. Yomi no Tsugai, I might be more interested first to hear you guys. Is it really, is it worth it? JoJo's is not officially listed here as an ONA, but it's probably on the previous one. Somewhere here, probably. Movies. Yeah, look, ONA at the very bottom, 11 days from now. Steel Ball Run. I cannot wait. Tamon, I want to watch it. Okay, but that's enough from me. I am rambling. I hope this video turned out the way that I imagined it. It's a little bit longer than I imagined it, and I didn't even read through as many synopsises as I thought. But I still had a lot of fun hearing what everyone's planning to watch. And yeah, my guarantees are as long as I thought. I was thinking, like, this looks so much less than I expected. But yeah, JoJo and Dorohedoro was just listed in the wrong place. Or not where I was looking. So, excuse me again. I really shouldn't do that. I'll see you guys tomorrow for... And please, if you're watching this back later, let me know in the comments what you are looking forward to, what I should be prioritizing if I don't already, or whatever pops into your mind as you listen. Comment it. Because, for example, we talked about the mushroom one. That's not even technically... It's not the topic for today, but still, it popped up. So if you want to say something about that, feel free. I do have a really fun idea for a question of the week a few weeks from now. I'm going to try and do it in the next 2 weeks. So not next week, but the week after. I just need to figure some things out, but I think it will be really fun. So this one was more like wanting to hear everyone's expectations for the next season, share my expectations and what I'm planning to watch and why I'm not planning to watch some things. But I will be back tomorrow with Indiana Jones 3 reaction, sponsored by Modru. And then 3 episodes of Sentenced Hero and One Piece manga. I'm not 100% sure if I'm moving over to YouTube, but probably. So I had an awesome Saturday. We did freaking karaoke, bunch of riddles, 6 episodes of Dragon Ball Super, started a new arc that I'm really excited about. Thankfully we got to Vigilantes and 90 minutes of podcast. I don't know how listenable it will be, to be honest with you, but I had fun going through everyone's thoughts and plans, and I learned about some interesting ones, like Liar Game seemed more interesting than I've heard the name, but now I know what it's about, and it seems like it could be really cool, and I don't know what made me think it looks like a Death Note type of, but apparently it's not. So thank you Dark Shadow, Yogurt, Z Yummy, Modro Espada, Ray, Luke, Booty, and anyone else who might be lurking. If I missed your messages, the silver lining is that everything gets on the screen now. So if I'm always thinking like maybe someone joins that didn't answer the question of the week but still wants to say, hey, I'm gonna watch that or whatever. So at least we get to see everything on this stream. Thank you, Zorman. Thank you, Sal and the Tiago, if you're still around. I'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon around the 5 to 10 minutes after 2 p.m. South African Standard Time. Bye.